Now we got green.
Hey, Coco.
Hey there. Oh, okay, we on there.
No, not that. Look at this color.
We
What
ain't
it say?
Coco. We ain't about to do the. She ain't about to do the chip tonight.
Oh, yeah, I'm not about to do it tonight. And like, I'm scared to do it because I heard what happened. Are you okay? I'm scared. I might just do a piece of it. Did you eat the whole chip? I'm putting some salad dressing on our salad. Ooh. You want to pour it? Like, for some reason, when I try to put it on there, it comes out a lot. Yeah, that's why I've been putting off doing that chip because I've been scared of doing it because I know how it had him. And ooh, it's slipping right out of my hand. And I was scared to do it. So.
Did she respond already?
Yeah.
But you know, hey, I'm gonna do as much of it as I can, and then
It ain't like you gonna feel the pain as soon as you bite it.
some people do.
So we're gonna go ahead and start eating while we wait for some more folks to come in here.
And then we'll tell you what we're talking about.
What you eating on, Coco?
Chicken.
It's smoking hot.
We eating chickpea curry.
It's good.
Can you see the chat?
Did her comment show up yet?
Nope. Oh yeah, it is.
I haven't seen.
Baby, let me tell you what happened. When I put that whole thing in my mouth, it was burning. It lasted for 15 minutes. Then after that, my stomach was hurting real bad. I couldn't breathe.
Oh my goodness, that's too
What?
much.
So did somebody take you to the emergency room, or you called the ambulance, or what did you do?
I mean, I'm probably gonna. I mean, I'm gonna do a little bit of it. I don't know if I'm gonna eat the whole chip. I mean, a piece of it.
She said my stomach was on fire, but I'm better. Just eat some air. Oh, she eating air fried chicken wings and rice.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you're feeling better. Wow. I know that was scary. Like, for real, I heard that chip was super, super hot. I'm going to try my best. I'm probably going to just take a little bite of it first and see how that goes. Because that's really scary. And I can't do hot stuff like that. But we'll see.
You're a champ for trying it, though, Coco.
Yeah.
She's going to be next.
Yeah, you definitely are a champ. Because I know that thing was hot. So,
Hayden want to do it, Coco. What you think about that?
I won't let him do it.
Why not?
Because it's way too hot. And you end up sick.
I can handle the heat.
What kind of parent am I going to be if I got to call the ambulance because I gave my child the Pocky 1 chip? That wouldn't be cool at all.
Coco, it hit my stomach. It had been probably 20 minutes. And I drank a little water, and that's when I started feeling it in my stomach. But yeah, it was coming out both ends.
What helped your mouth calm down, cool down? Did anything help?
Chicken.
Silly.
It was ice.
You ain't had the chip.
I'm gonna get some ice cream.
But the ice cream did help me on the 2 times. And the ghost pepper wings.
Maybe I should start with the ghost noodles, the ghost pepper noodles.
Oh, I said wings, I meant noodles.
You didn't eat the ghost noodles, ghost pepper noodles.
I did.
Yeah.
You want to hear?
So we're gonna eat a little bit, and
You must be up.
then we're gonna start talking about our topic, which today is trauma and PTSD.
Yeah. We normally do mental health Monday, so it's Monday, so we're gonna talk about a topic, a mental health related topic.
I had ice cream, that didn't help at all. That chip nasty.
Ooh, I'm afraid of that too because I heard that chip was really, really nasty.
That's right. Spicy dirt.
Ugh, that's what some people say.
That's what all
I'm
people
scared
say.
of that.
I don't know what dirt tastes like, but it definitely tasted gritty. Like it had gritty. It's a gritty feeling that it leaves in your mouth.
Mm-mm.
Now, why would you say
We eating chickpea curry.
that?
He made it. We used to eat this when we were vegan, and like, we're not still vegan, of course, but sometimes we go back to some of our staple dishes that we used to like.
Mm-hmm. And it's cheap to make and quick to make. Take
Mm-hmm.
about 15 minutes.
It's good
How?
because the chickpeas are kind of meaty, so it's kind of, I guess, the substitute. What?
And I like to add all kind of different stuff to my curry. I didn't do it this time, but you can
Yeah.
I add all kinds of. So when I'm trying to keep it vegan, I add like mushrooms. I add potatoes, sweet potatoes.
This isn't vegan. What's not vegan in here?
Mhm.
Oh, when you say you're trying to keep it vegan.
When I'm trying to keep it vegan, I add mushrooms, so forth and so on. If I wasn't, I might add chicken or something. What? What you laughing at?
Oh, what's funny?
What?
That's silly.
I got something on my face?
No. I guess he's laughing at us. What you laughing at? I ain't just laughing. You cook that air fryer chicken? I love the air fryer. I've been using it every chance I get.
You ready to get into this topic?
We can. Mm-hmm.
So
It's good.
Today is mental health. This is Mental Health Monday. I keep forgetting to don't look up here, but look there.
I told you, but what you said? It's not gonna be a problem. I said when we have the monitor and the camera, we gonna.
You were talking about not being able to see the All right, y'all. So today we talking about PTSD and trauma.
Mm-hmm.
There's been a whole lot of things. So there are a lot of ways we could talk about this, and what we decided was there have been so many things that have happened this year, 2020, that people could be traumatized from. Starting close to the beginning of the year with Kobe's death. So, you know, people could still be dealing with that for whatever reason. You know, definitely the people who were close to him, his wife, the surviving daughters.
Mm-hmm.
But people who were close to him, I don't know if I want to go so far as to say fans might be traumatized. I guess they could.
It could be like, you know, people who are like hardcore fans, and you know, sometimes people feel so connected to these celebrities, like they really know them. They might. I mean, I guess they could.
That's crazy.
I mean, it is, but I think it's not impossible.
Then we had the pandemic.
Right after that,
we had the murder of George Floyd and everything that came after that, all the protests, rioting, the increase in police brutality, all the talk about police brutality, people buying up guns, buying up ammo, and talk about buying up guns, buying up ammo.
Mm-hmm. The threat of a potential civil war in this country.
The multiple storms and hurricanes that have come
Mm-hmm.
through the Gulf, up the East Coast.
Katie, want to say something? What, Katie?
You can't forget about Chadwick Boseman death.
Oh yeah, Chadwick Boseman.
Mm-hmm.
Losses, losses, unexpected losses can be traumatizing for some, and especially when you have multiple type of events, because you might have an experience where something terrifying happens or something very difficult to deal with happens, and it's just that one event, and so you might have sort of a traumatic response to that one event. But when you look at all the things that we had to deal with in 2020, I'm sure we forget a lot of things. And not to mention, these are like things we experience globally as a nation, but the individuals and families had their own traumatic things going on. And so when you're dealing with multiple events, then that makes one more susceptible to having some sort of trauma. Because like maybe Kobe, getting killed, or Chadwick Boseman, or some other things that happen ordinarily wouldn't cause someone to feel trauma. But when these things add up and it's compounded, then what would have maybe ordinarily been just a stressful event becomes a traumatizing event, because it's just the mind can barely process it. It's like one event after the next. And that's kind of what we're dealing with. I mean, sometimes with trauma, it can be like a specific event, but it can also be, like I said, a combination of I don't want to say less major events, but less threatening events, less personally threatening, when we say that. But yeah, and then some people, we had the pandemic, but then all the different things related to the pandemic. Some people lost their loved ones. Some people couldn't go to their loved ones' funerals. Some people couldn't give their loved ones a funeral. Some people had to let their family members die alone. Some people, because of the lockdown, were stuck at home with abusive partners, or kids were stuck at home with abusive parents. Some people were getting depressed, being isolated. And I mean, remember, what's that show we like? I think This Is Us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one of the This Is Us is one of our favorite shows, and one of the major writers on that show actually committed suicide during quarantine because of the isolation, and her own trauma history and depression started to resurface. So it was just a lot, in 2020, y'all. And just, you got to take care of yourselves. And that thing you mentioned, George Floyd, I don't know, that was hard for me. You know why, y'all? Because the world literally watched this man die on live television. That was very traumatizing. And then all the other ones after that. So all of those things can lead to trauma and, different symptoms, which we can talk about, that people may feel after they have been traumatized or exposed to so many of those types of events. What else, Katie? We left anything else out?
You may not think those. So a lot of the things that happened this year may not readily come to mind when people think of trauma.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of times we think about things where someone actually lost their life, or almost lost their life. And with some of these things we just talked about, there was loss of life or near loss of life. But a lot of times people think about combat and abuse and all that kind of stuff. Car accidents that near fatal car accidents and all that kind of stuff. But as much as people joke about it and throw up memes and all that kind of stuff, 2020 has been a very stressful year for some people. A lot of people have experienced multiple of the things that we just went through. And there might have been a loss of life, or thought they were going to lose their lives, or thought they might not be able to bounce back from getting
Mhm.
laid off or
Mm.
fired or whatever the case may be.
I forgot about that. Yeah. Some people lost their jobs, couldn't pay their bills. Y'all, all the people that got evicted from their homes.
Mm-hmm.
Trauma. All that is trauma.
So, how might you know if some of these things have been traumatizing to you? If you're having nightmares, if you're having difficulty sleeping, if you're constantly having thoughts about, I don't know, like maybe somebody, so let's say somebody got laid off or terminated or whatever, they got another job, but they're constantly thinking about, anxious about, am I going to be able to keep this job? Is this place, are we going to go on lockdown again? And then this place closes and then I lose my job again. So they might still be trying to, catch up with the bills from however long it was that they were without a job. And so anxiety about that and not being able to sleep and changes in their appetite. And, or, you talk about deaths and stuff from COVID or, what do you call it, storms and hurricanes and all that.
Oh, yeah, we forgot to mention hurricanes.
No,
you mentioned it? Oh.
People might, be having flashbacks to that, having thoughts of whatever it was they went through or whatever it was that loved ones went through with either of those two things, the storms or the virus.
Yep.
And so basically, if someone still feels impacted by it, that's a short way to put it.
Yeah.
If you feel like you haven't shaken it off, it's still with you somehow, and it's causing you major problems. It ain't like you just I think back on that every now and then, but I'm good. We have to talk about that.
Yeah.
Like this is really under your skin, and you can't seem to get it out of there.
And that's a good point. That's a very important point to understand about trauma, what you just said. Like, if something happened and you still bothered by it, you still think about it, that's normal. But with trauma, you don't really experience it as something that happened in the past that I just think about and I'm bothered by it. Trauma almost feels like it's a re-experiencing or reliving. It's like it feels like it's hard to separate past from the present because a traumatic event, if you're traumatized by it, something that is true, happening. And so that's why I would talk about all of these logical attacks or why you like you're in the moment. In the moment. Or like with it's like always something. And time this year is up and we go into I'm really that we
y'all lagging.
That's fine. That happens in people's final videos sometimes.
Well, we can't hear.
We don't just stop.
I'll hear.
Oh, you saying it's not working right?
Yeah.
So we can do to fix that though.
You think it's doing that, or is it just doing that on your phone?
It ain't just my phone.
Let's continue the conversation.
But that's important if we're lagging, so.
Sometimes the stream catches up afterwards. If we sit here waiting, there's gonna be a bunch of empty space of us just sitting here.
I don't know, what was I saying?
It came back now.
See? What was I saying? I don't remember because Kaden cut me out. It was something I was about to say. It'll come back to me if it was important. Okay. Oh, I was saying that when we get through this year and we reflect on it, I feel like probably many people are going to be feeling like still feeling it. because I was talking about trauma being something that you feel like you're still experiencing it, like it's still in your brain, it's still in your body, it's still in your nervous system. It's like it just doesn't want to go away. And so, that's just something to be mindful of. If you are really struggling with a lot of things that's going on this year, it could potentially be trauma symptoms that you're experiencing. And you don't have to have a full-blown diagnosis, post-traumatic stress disorder, because there are specific criteria and even specific trauma type of events to get that diagnosis. But you still might be experiencing trauma symptoms, and might just need to talk to somebody about it or whatever.
So yeah, if any of this resonates with you, think about seeking out somebody to work through this with.
And if y'all can think of any other things that we didn't mention that happened in 2020, put that down below. It was so much. We probably overlooked some things, but it's just been a lot. And it's like, when I look at everything that's going on in our country right now, it's like, it feels like you can't get any peace. And that's what trauma feels like. When you're traumatized, if you have PTSD, or even if you don't, but you have symptoms of trauma, it feels like you just can't get peace. Like, those things are always there. And so that's kind of the state of our world right now, where something's always there. Y'all look at the election. Somebody got elected, and there should be a peaceful transition of power, and things should kind of go smoothly. And we can't even get that. They're still fighting in the streets. There are, oh my goodness, who was that? I can't remember what state it was in, but the chief of police was fired. Did you see that? Y'all might know. The chief of police was fired in some state because he was encouraging the Republicans to become violent with the Democrats at a protest. And so you see that kind of stuff going on, people pushing for like civil wars and stuff. It's like, how you get peace when you got all that going on? And with trauma, when you're affected by trauma and you have trauma symptoms or you have PTSD, that's kind of what your mind feels like, and your body. It's like all this stuff is still going on and I can't get peace. And so, you just got to take care of yourself, talk to somebody, take care of yourself physically, try to do whatever you need to do to get sleep. Get some exercise, or any type of physical movement is good for trauma too, because we store trauma in our bodies. And so some of that energy related to the trauma can be released through physical movement. So, we just want to talk about that. The topic was requested, but we thought it was very appropriate given just the state of our country this year and just everything going on. Yeah.
So if y'all have any other mental health related topics, what's up, Big Belly Bob? We actually about to close it out, man.
I know. You can still go back and watch it.
Yeah, make sure you watch the replay. If there are any other mental health topics y'all want us to cover, if you want us to cover a different aspect of this one or any of those others we've already covered, just drop that down in the comments. Okay. Y'all be sure you share this video. Make sure you comment down below whatever comments you have about what we talked about, or again, if there's another topic you want us to talk about. Make sure you thumbs up this video.
Right.
Subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you know when our videos come out. We will catch y'all on the next one. T&V Nation out.
Bye.